Yeah, I recognize.
All right. Hello, camera. Okay, kids.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm doing your lesson. I saw it. So you guys are 9th, 12th graders.
Okay.
Okay, and high school. So you're not that, immature. We're all high school students here, okay? We're gonna do an activity, students. And then we eat these. I don't want to make you do a lot of work. So we're just gonna eat some candy here. Today we're gonna be talking about credit card debt. What does that have to do with Reese's?
Well, if you buy too many, you'll get into debt.
And if you eat too much, you gotta hurt your tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to make this lesson fun, because high school students generally have no motivation, like me. Let's distribute this. You guys are a family, excuse me. You guys are family. How much money do you have? You have this much money. So the Reese's represent
Money.
bingo, money.
I don't have any.
And I will write out the objectives on the board in a second. So, what's the name of your family? Tell me. Think of a name.
Blackburn.
The Reese's family. The what?
Oh, Reese's family, yes.
How do you spell Reese's?
Yes.
Reese's family. Okay. And you have $5. $5. Okay. I'm the bank. I'm the bank, and I have all these Reese's. The Reese's family, you want to buy a house. And the house costs 5 Reese's. Well, no, let's scratch that. Let's make it cost 6. Do you have enough?
No.
No. So one of you comes and asks me, the bank, for $1 single. But I say, hold up, no. You're gonna have to pay me 1 Reese's per year for using one of my Reese's. Gosh, that's a lot of money. So you're gonna pay me essentially $1 just for using this dollar right there. What the heck? So let's try it out. Okay, so you guys borrow one Reese's. Okay, does that make sense? And then you go and you buy this house. So all of it goes to the side. Now let's use your phone as a house. Now you have a house. And I say, hey, where's my payment? Where's your money?
Come on. So we can get a job.
Exactly. So I use this analogy to, in a very fun way, show what credit card debt is like. So what we usually do is we say, oh, now we have all these things right here, you see in the middle, but we need to borrow money with credit cards. We go to banks for debt, so that's what it is. And in the end, I get 1 Reese's back, for is what you borrowed, and then I get 1 extra Reese's as payment. And that's how banks make money. You guys want to eat the chocolates now?
Yes.
All right, here we go. We're gonna eat chocolates. I want one too. Does that make sense, friends? We're gonna watch this video.
Yes, friend.
And then, whoops. That's right. Oh man, what's up with this? We're gonna go online, we're gonna watch this video.
piece of this financial mess that is
Jeez, that's really loud. How about this?
probably the next one to hit us is crippling growth in personal debt. Ever since the first credit card was introduced in this country, 50 years ago this month, by the way, Americans have had a love affair with plastic, but it's an affair that often ends badly. Our report from Trish Regan.
Chicken noodles or vegan noodle?
Gloria Acevedo and Stu Bryans are anxious about the arrival of another daughter next month.
I've been up a couple nights, thinking, here we got the baby on the way. How are we gonna afford diapers?
Want some more?
Gloria lost her job at a nearby auto dealership in Frederica, Delaware last year. She has a new job temping, but makes just half her former salary. To make up a $1,000 deficit each month, the couple is putting their expenses, groceries, gas, even the electric bill, on credit.
If this one is due on the 1st and this one is due on the 15th, we may use this credit card.
Students, what are those? Do you see your parents paying those off every weekend at home? Are they happy when they pay them off? Probably not. They probably need it.
Pay this credit card on the 15th, and then when the 15th comes around, we will use this credit card to pay this credit card, which may be due on the 1st.
So you're essentially using one credit card to pay off another credit card.
Now, we're using a multitude of credit cards to pay a multitude of credit cards.
They're not alone. In the last 10 years, though wages have remained flat, credit has soared. The average household now carries an estimated $8,300 worth of credit card debt.
It fuels the economy the way that getting really drunk fuels a party.
But analysts say the party is over. As unemployment ticks higher, so did the number of credit card defaults. In 2007, Americans defaulted on $27 billion worth of credit card debt. By next year, it's estimated that number will nearly quadruple to $96 billion. First, it was the mortgage crisis. Now banks are trying to brace themselves for potential credit card delinquencies. Their solution? Reducing credit limits for customers they deem risky.
You have to take prudent steps today to make sure you can continue to lend.
To ensure they don't lose the credit cards they consider a lifeline, Gloria and Stu are changing their lifestyle.
You cut back as much as you can. You get a second job if you have to. And you just do what you have to do.
Because they're looking forward to the day when it's their baby and not their bills that keeps them up at night. Trish Regan, CNBC, Frederica, Delaware.
Are the Reese's pretty good friends? That's what debt feels like, taking in guilt.
We're
Just
not
kidding.
extravagant.
Hey, I didn't say you play. Okay. So today's class will be about analyzing our financial situations, alright? This very long paragraph, this very long sentence right here, that's very poorly put together. Please, can someone read this for me? Anyone?
Learners will analyze circumstances to know of short-term and long-term dangers that come of credit card debt.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you can read my handwriting. And the second one is just create budgets to manage money. Shouldn't be too hard, right? Don't worry, I won't make you guys read anything. Okay. Okay. Shouldn't be too bad. Let me ask you guys right now. Who in your house?
And people, it was just,
Let me see. Who in your house right now controls the money? Who's the one that decides what to buy, what to spend on? Usually it's dad or mom. Usually it's whoever's working, right? And whoever's working controls the groceries that comes and controls the money, cash flow. When you get allowance, what do your parents tell you to do?
Save it.
Yeah, but do you?
No.
I don't either, I just spend it. Let's make a list. Let's make a list. here's the I do part. Let's make a list. What do you see your parents bring home? For groceries, let's just do groceries, food.
Milk.
Oh, food, alright, milk.
Cheese and yogurt.
Should we do Hawaii prices?
Yes.
Geez, how much is it in Hawaii? 5?
7.
Shut up, really?
Lucky you don't.
No way.
It's
I
really
thought
expensive.
Yeah, I thought it was,
It is more expensive, yeah.
Okay, this is a typical grocery thing. And how many times a week do they bring home groceries? Like twice?
Twice.
Okay. So milk or cereal?
Cereal.
Cereal.
Bread.
Bread.
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
lasagna.
Yeah, lasagna. Frozen lasagna.
Lasagna, what is that, 5? This is
5.
another
Hamburger.
3.
Hamburger.
Hamburger,
Hamburger patties.
patties, so all that is what, 10?
Bread.
And this happens twice a week, grocery runs, two grocery runs a week.
How about greens, tomatoes and
Let's add another 20 for all that. What do you think?
yeah. With fruits.
So this happens twice a week. 30, 35, 40,
43. No, 45.
50. Right? 10, 10,
No,
30,
55.
55, 55, and this happens twice a week, so times 2 equals 110. Just on the food alone.
Okay.
Okay.
Plus gas getting there.
Oh, we're getting a little too far ahead of ourselves. This is just the simple money budget I'm gonna do. You're gonna do your own in a second. You don't have to tell you. Just pretend. Okay? But 110 is just for food. Minimum 110. And then we can add in like other things like rent. Let's just not do gas or rent or anything. Let's just act like you just have a house and you don't even pay for the house and you're only paying for food. So this is weekly. So how much are we paying a month? 440 just on food. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, but how many kids?
Yeah, let's not get into all that, it's too complicated. We can, the average amount Americans spend on everything in total with like an average family, what, 2 kids you would say, is probably like 3,000. I looked up the statistics. 3,000 to around 4,000 monthly for all of our bills, the average American.
Really cheap.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And how much do you think the average American family makes in
Hawaii.
How much do you think?
In Hawaii?
Well, let's just say average throughout all United States.
That's really hard.
Okay, the statistics is around like, let's say it's around here, 4,000, 3,000, 4,000. So you can imagine a lot of Americans, just like that news channel said, look up the statistics. But, a lot of Americans are getting, a lot of Americans are getting into debt. Let me eat another Reese's. I love this candy. So today's lesson will be about how to manage your money so you will not fall into debt. So I want you to take a piece of paper out and write down all the things you spend, everything you spent on for this week, for these last 2 days. It's Tuesday, so write down Monday, Tuesday, all the things. I'll give you 2 minutes. Go. Pretend like you're working. And we're gonna ask you how much money you spent in a second. Pretend like you're working.
We spent 600 on tuition. And then 300 before that on housing. 40 before that on food.
Do you live off, do you live off or on?
I live right there in TD.
Oh, you're good at me. Oh, that's right here.
Yeah. So I just barely ran home to grab the drinks and, yeah, so, but I just barely got into another contract. It was $300
Is it down?
for a down payment, yeah, and then $325 for every month.
It's not that bad.
It's pretty good, actually. Except for I'm still in debt with tuition. So it's gonna be right over on Maloney Street. It's really good.
Are you done writing down your, things you spent?
Yes.
Excuse me, class? So let's talk about the things you have spent. How much money are you spending, have you spent in just the last 2 days? Just throw out a number at me.
600.
Whoa, 600. You must be rich.
No, I'm not.
So,
Especially after that.
okay, so plus rent or what? Rent is $18 a
So
day.
I spent, today, I spent $600 to pay off a little bit of tuition. That took about half of what I have in my bank, and I still owe about 2,000.
You're supposed to be a high school student without any tuition. However, we'll
Unless it's
just,
a private
This is a
school.
private school.
oh shoot! You're paying it off yourself, huh? No parents pay for your private
Parents
school.
don't help me at all.
Wow, what a life you have. Okay, and you owe another 2,000. So let's say how much is tuition for a whole year?
Depends on the scholarship, but I got half tuition scholarship, so it's about 2,000
A year.
semester.
How much are you spending on a semester? Okay, so that's about 6,000 a year.
Yes.
Great. Dang, that's a lot of money. I don't know how you're gonna turn out positive
I'm
with
not.
this budget. You're not. Sometimes it is okay to go into debt, especially for college, because you'll make it up later with a college degree. How much are you spending on food? 2,000. Okay, that's about average. So let's take all other expenses. Any other expenses you wrote down? Vehicle,
I don't have any comment.
car, no car,
Close.
Clothes.
clothes. So
Appliances.
let's just do appliances are like, and plus medical and all the other miscellaneous things all together. And that is about $1,000. Whoa. Plane tickets home or anything like that?
Huh.
That's
Those
about
are like 600 each plane ticket.
600. Are you East Coast or what?
I am West Coast.
Okay.
Well,
For round
not
trip, round
West Coast, like a little bit inward towards West Coast.
Okay, so this adds up to be around 9,600, not including any emergency bills that we have. Okay? So each year, you're spending that much, and now I want you to tell me your income. Do all of you have a job? So, you can just lie to me, this is just a practice.
Yes, I work at McDonald's, $9 an hour.
Do you really though?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you want parking?
$9 an hour,
And
so I'm guessing normal part-time.
I've been working full-time, but part-time, yeah.
Okay.
So before I was working about 35 hours. Now I'm working about 19.
Okay.
Trying to make this complicated for you.
So you are making $3,000 a year. I calculated it in my head. So every year, you are going into debt about $6,000. Your budget is negative $6,000, not including any emergency funds or anything. Do you see how I made this very nice budget plan for you guys to see? You're gonna make your own in a second. That's a really good example. Not really. But, friends, do you see how this works? Income. And then here's your outgoing expenses equals 6,600. Wow. What do we do? What do we do to fix that? What can we do?
Get another job.
Get another job.
Get a loan.
Good job. Oh, this was the we do part just now, just so you know. Well, we all collaborated and made this budget. Very nice budget plan. Well, let's watch this video. It'll give us kind of an example of how people pull themselves out. Because what, you're going to be in school for another 3 years? So this will be negative 196 thousand 100, 1900, about 198.
Wait, are you saying that after jobs or something, because
3 years of college.
6,000 would be 19,000, not 1,900.
19,000, correct, sorry. 19,800, right? That's a lot of money. How are you going to pay that off?
Loans, jobs, loans and jobs, jobs and loans.
Get married to a rich man.
Or you can dig yourself deeper into credit card debt every year. And never, just kidding.
And die and pass on the debt to your children to take care of it.
Yeah, some people do that. So to avoid that, let's watch this.
Lisa and Stephen were on the verge of divorce over her reckless spending.
We argue on a daily basis about money.
Right now, we're roommates.
I'll be staying for the kids.
We sent in our financial expert, Jean Chatsky. She put Lisa and Stephen on the debt diet.
The piano, you can't afford it. You just can't.
Here's switch out the piano.
You owe $2,000, more than $2,000 on that big TV. You have televisions in every room of the house. I think that TV goes back.
That's crazy.
Oh my God. Lisa reached a breaking point when it came to her hair.
Lisa, you can't afford it. You can't afford it. You can do it on your $140 a week. Why not?
Pissed me off last night with your whole, you're not making sacrifices. I mean, you really have to get a piss down your ass you today, but I'm trying to contain that.
But something has to compromise, and
I've compromised.
you haven't yet. You can get as pissed off at me as you want. I want you out of debt. That's why I'm here.
It took some time, but slowly the Bradleys started to get it. They got cheaper cell phone plans, stopped eating out every night.
Because our total was how much eating
Your
out?
total eating out was $29,000.
They got rid of their expensive gym memberships and sold.
$29,000. How much are you spending a month? They said a month, right? Oh, that was yearly. That was
That's
yearly.
you, monthly. Monthly.
A month?
I thought it was monthly. Yeah,
29?
because if they were going out to eat every night.
29,000? What? A month? I'm pretty sure it's a year.
Probably like.
So that's 30 days every night, so that's, depending on the out to eat meal, let's see, there's like $15
Jeez.
for each person. And she
Jeez.
had 3 people, so 15 times 3, that's
That's like cheesecake.
45 times 30.
That's like.
That's
2 of their 5 cars.
That's like 2 of
They
the 5
even got second jobs.
We have increased our income by about $3,000 a month by taking on additional jobs. How
Pause, write this down, get it, increased income. Great. Good job, students.
What have you guys felt about this whole process? I know it's been very difficult.
very,
Yeah.
very
Lisa?
simple. It started out as a struggle, but it's definitely gotten better for Steve and I. We are communicating more. We're kind of enjoying each other for a change. I think we had lost each other by focusing so much on the money and the stress of the money. And it's like we've come back to each other now.
Okay, that's now been 6 years since the Bradleys were on our debt diet challenge. We wanted to see, did they stick to the plan? So we checked up on them in their hometown in beautiful North Carolina.
Steve
Steve and I were $170,000 in debt.
Oh my gosh.
And since that time, we have reduced our debt almost $100,000.
Whoa.
And we have done that through some hard work and dedication. I would never want anybody to think that the recovery ends, because it's an addiction of sorts. We initially started by selling our,
Alright students, there's no more time, but I want you to turn to your papers now. This is the you do part. And then apply what we just learned in the video to your own budget. How you can reduce your debt right now. How will you apply? What are some things they said?
Only when every break, so after you work 5 or more hours, you get $6 worth of food if you take a break. So
Okay.
you can get that. So I usually get breakfast there.
Great, someone said food, I heard that, great, someone said candy. Good job students, and someone's, what else do you guys say? Good job. Don't get into credit card debt. And this is to reduce costs. What about increasing income? Good job, get a second job. Get a second job. Increase income. And this will lessen the gap between your -6,600 and your $3,000 income. Oh, this is 96, right? 9,600. So if you do these, you can probably pull this down to 8,000. I was just saying you can push this up to 4,000. And that makes a negative $5,000. $4,000 difference. How's that compared to 6,600 and your negative? Oh. Yay. Good job.